QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking? What's popping, everybody? It's Rashad. It's Dave from the Panther Nation podcast. We in the building and a lot going on, right? It's a lot going on right now.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. We were up until last night debating this. Dave and I, we were talking, and I feel like we owe Panther Nation and everybody that was anticipating this an explanation of more of an explanation than just a couple characters on Twitter as to why we decided to cancel it. Okay. So it ain't got nothing to do with being scared. And see, a lot of y'all, and it definitely wasn't folding to nobody's pressure. Let's be clear on that. I don't care what nobody thinks about what we decided to do. Listen, Marshawn Mint was something that was derived and thought of last year. And you know, we joked about it. We said we were going to do it. They ended up firing Rule, and we was like, cool. All right. So this year did not start the way we wanted to start. So we said, all right, this is something that y'all, you know what I mean, the people on that watch this show, y'all say, hey man, we frustrated. Let's do something about it. So I'm a man of the people, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to have this event. And we, again, it was going to be peaceful. It was nothing crazy. We didn't want to do anything wild. It was all in a very positive light, you know, just Panthers fans going out there, going to the stadium to talk about the state of our team and to show David Tepper and the rest of the Panthers leadership that make these decisions that the Panthers organization we're not satisfied, bro. We're a proud organization. And ever since David Tepper has bought the Carolina Panthers, we have been garbage. We have expectations as a fan base. Bro, we have been to 2 Super Bowls. We're not the Detroit Lions. We not the Cleveland Browns. That's not what we're doing over here. We have a prideful fan base, bro. And since David Tepper bought this team, it has been nothing but trash.
Never had a winning record.
Never had a winning record. This was not, and I want to be clear on something. This was not an indictment on the players, right? Nope. We love our players. This is not an indictment on Bryce Young. We love Bryce Young. Well, I do. I can't speak for everybody, but this was not an indictment on the players. Okay, I want to be clear on that. This is an indictment on David Tepper and the way this team has been run, right? What the decisions that he's made. This was strictly an indictment on him. Okay. And we needed to show him that we're not satisfied. Okay. And so it was my idea to bring together Panthers fans. Let's go to the stadium, right? We need to go to the stadium and listen, we just have a peaceful conversation. Okay. Now let me break the story down because I want to get straight to the point. I don't waste nobody's time. Right. And again, we owe you all this explanation because there was a lot of hype around this. It took off and became way bigger than I anticipated. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's an understatement, bro.
It took off, bro. We had news outlets reaching out to us. We had all kind of people reaching out to us. It went crazy. Okay. And so what happened was I didn't talk to anybody from the only person I talked to from a media standpoint was Vashti from Carolina Blitz. That's it. That's the only person I talked to. Okay, so I want to be clear on that. This was not a attention grab or clout chasing thing, because if I was clout chasing, I would have been all over the news, and that's not the case. So this is not that. Okay, this took legs, bro. It grew way bigger than what I anticipated. Okay, and then I was made aware that there was a kids event going on at the stadium. Right, there's some the Pee Wee, I don't know the event. I don't know the exact name of it. There's a Pee Wee football game going on at the event, okay, or at the stadium today at the same time, right? So that I was made aware of that, okay, and then and when I first heard about it, I was like, yo, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I'm not worried about that. You know, we'll just move. My initial thought, and the reason, let me just back up a little bit. The reason why I picked this Sunday was because there was no football. There was no football. We were not playing. So I picked this Sunday because I didn't think anybody was going to be at the stadium. That's why I picked to do it this Sunday. Right? That was just the strategy behind it. Right? And then I found out that there was going to be the Pee Wee joint. I was like, okay, cool. We'll move across the street. We won't even be at on the stadium grounds. We'll if it's something going on, we will move across the street to the Honeywell building, and we'll do it from that location so we don't interfere with what's going on over there. Okay, that was my plan. That was my plan. Okay. Then then what happened was I got a call from a prominent individual, right, in Charlotte that does he has coordinated protests in Charlotte, right? And he's done this stuff. And he's done this stuff in Charlotte. And he imparted some knowledge on me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He imparted some knowledge on your boy, and it came to a point where I had to think about the bigger picture in regards to not just what we do on P and P, not just the channel. It came to I got to think about the liability aspect, because if something happens, bro, ain't enough super chats in the world. Y'all not gonna come to my defense and be like, oh yeah, let's pay for Shaw's legal fees. Y'all not gonna do that. Y'all not gonna do that. Okay. So I had to take a step back and say, listen, it's not I'm not trying to I got a family. I gotta protect my family. I gotta protect we got jobs. It's bigger than that. So the liability aspect was a big aspect of this. And so if I wanted to do this, if I wanted to do this, I got to do it the right way. Meaning I got to have the proper security in place. I got to follow the proper procedures. I got to get CMPD involved. But yeah, bro, it's like that. It became that serious.
Yeah.
It became that serious. It became that serious. I want y'all to that's why I'm telling y'all that. It became that serious. And so I had to take a step back. Dave and I had a conversation last night, and I said, Dave, what should we do? I mean, it was like 10 o'clock last night we was
Yeah,
talking.
man. Listen, man. It's been a crazy week as a whole before all for me, before all this happened, right? Because when I saw the post, I'm like, oh, this is happening. I wasn't gonna be there. Like I had no intentions of getting down there for this. But we had a conversation, we talked it through. We 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 had a legitimate debate on whether to
Yeah,
just still go and do it. Only because of the 11th hour decision, right? So from my perspective, I felt like, look, it's a liability thing, primarily for him, for Shad. Like, because he's gonna be out there, he's gonna be the one that's gonna bear the brunt of all this responsibility. And that's tough on him. And like you said, man, he got a family, and
yeah,
nobody thinks about everybody thinks about one side of that coin and never the other. Um, I would say if you want to give us heat, maybe the only heat you could probably give is last minute, right? Because we
yeah.
decided you decided Friday to post it, right? So that's fine and that's okay. But in the grand scheme of things, you got to think about everything. Like it could have just been 20 people that showed up. It could have been 200
Right.
people that showed up. It could have been 2,000 people that showed up. We had no inkling of how many folks could potentially
I had no
come to this
clue.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Shad had
I
no
had that's
idea.
great. That's a great point. I had no clue how many people were going to show up, and all it takes is one individual, bro, to go rogue, and then the whole thing is ruined. Then I get a black eye. I get sued, lawsuits, kids out there. I was like, bro, you know what? I need to be able to sleep at night. So that's why I decided to cancel it. It was basically my call, my and Dave's call. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. And I appreciate the brother that called me, and we talked. We had a real good, chill conversation, and I appreciate him because again, I wasn't thinking like that, bro. And I got to be honest with y'all, bro. I did not expect it to go this wild. I did not
No,
expect it to go this crazy,
no,
right? I didn't. And y'all saying protest, bro. That's not what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking protest per se. Like y'all keep putting that word protest into it. It was basically us coming together and just having a conversation. It wasn't necessarily a protest per se. I mean, it turned into
yeah,
that because that's what y'all made it. I mean, but it wasn't necessarily that. I mean, I get it. I had the graphic with the signs. I get all that. And so I take responsibility, and I'll take responsibility. I'll take the short term heat. You know what I mean? I'll take responsibility for it. It is what it is. But at the same time, I had to think of the bigger play. You know what I mean? I had to think, hey, listen, if something goes bad, again, like I said, y'all not gonna pay my legal fees. You know what I mean? It's on me. It's on me, bro. So I had to think about that. As bad as listen, I'm a fan, and listen, I'm more invested. A lot of y'all, you know what I mean? I'm a PSL owner. Like, I'm invested, bro. I spend a lot of time, money, and energy into the Panthers, bro. I spend a lot. We both do. It's a lot to cover these dudes, man. We put a lot of time, energy into the Panthers, and I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated, and I wanted to go out there and say, "Yo, we frustrated as a fan base, bro. We deserve better." Yeah, I mean, we've had better, and Tepper has come in and basically ruined our franchise, and that's what needed to be said. Yeah, I mean, so at the end of the day, man, I want, first of all, let me just say this. I want to apologize to everybody, because I meant to say that first. I want to apologize to everybody that was going to go out there. I mean, I want to apologize, because I also heard this too. I also heard it was some families that were scared to go out there to go to the football game. Yeah, I mean, or the Pee Wee joint. I heard that too. So I want to apologize to them. I want to apologize to everybody. It took this thing grew way bigger than I anticipated. I did not expect it to grow this big. I honestly thought it was going to be, a couple people out there with the PNP family, the PNP core fan base, and the people that know me personally were going to be out there. And it grew way bigger. It grew way bigger than I anticipated. And for that, the liability aspect, I had to think. I had to think about it. I had to think about it, bro. Yeah, I mean, and so I did that. And so again, like I said, I'll take the heat, bro. I'll take the heat.
Nah, it's insane how quick that thing fired up, and
Yeah.
But you know what? It also reminds me of, right? It reminds me of the power of mainstream media, because all it took was one person to spark it, and then all of a sudden
Right.
it was everywhere,
And then
like
yeah.
everywhere. So it's a reminder of how the media landscape has changed over the last 20 years, right?
Hmm.
It's a friendly reminder of that. I think folks, social media is powerful, and this was an example of that. Because if you would have told me on Monday that PNP would be on Bleacher Report, on NBC Sports with Mike Florio writing the article,
Hmm.
like, I would tell you you're out your mind. I would tell you you're insane. But that's how powerful social media can be.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, and I have no problem saying this. It's not a coincidence that report came out recently either. Came out around the day right after. It's
So
not a
speak of
coincidence.
speak of the report that you're talking about, Dave. Like, go into detail on in that report that you're talking about.
So they're talking about that the senior leadership within the Panthers organization is not happy with the way the offense looks. That's pretty much the gist of it. They're not happy with the progress that's being made with the quarterback. They're not happy about how things are looking, considering that we have this all-star staff that everybody's been talking about all season. Off the top of my head, I can't remember where the report came from. I think it was the Athletic, but I'm not 100% sure. But the bottom line is they're not happy. But it makes you wonder
Yeah.
if the "they're not happy" article doesn't come out, if March on Mint doesn't go viral.
Yeah. And listen, I want to say this too. The message was heard, and I see y'all in the chat. And I appreciate the support. That the people that understand, that have, good sense, understand why we made the decision to cancel it. Y'all get it, bro. And it's some trolls out there. It's people that were responding. I caught all the criticism. I saw it all, bro. I saw it
I s-
all.
and I
I
and
see it. I
I
see
was
it.
look,
And I
I'll be honest, man. Like, when it started, I didn't even, like, when you first posted it, right? I didn't look at
mhm,
anything until yesterday.
yeah,
And then I started
right.
digging through stuff yesterday. Only because, I'll be honest, and I'll be transparent here. Shaw made this call. I
I
didn't know
did.
about it. I
Yeah,
didn't know
I
about it until
did.
after the post was done. Like,
Yeah,
after the
you
post
well,
was done. So
they,
I said, all right, well, all right,
well,
I'm thinking,
you knew, you
but we
knew, you just didn't
knew
know I was
we
serious.
knew, but I didn't think
Yeah,
it was gonna
you
be Sunday. Like,
right.
so for me,
No, I
I'm
said
like,
it. I said it. I said it before the game. If we lose the game, I said March on Man is gonna happen on Sunday. I said it.
oh really? I
I
did
don't
not.
think
I
you.
clearly
Yeah, I said it.
I
I
clearly
said it.
missed that.
I said it. I
So
said it.
so that being said, um, when it happened, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put this to the side. I got other things going on. I got the game I'm going to tomorrow with the alumni, A&T versus Rhode Island. I'll deal with this after the game. And then I started looking through the quote. I look at the quotes first. That's the first thing I do.
Yeah.
I look at the quotes. I don't look at the replies. I look at the quotes. So I look at the quotes and I'm like, all right, a lot of folks ain't really down with this. And I'm like, all
Yeah.
right,
And I'm
cool.
not listen, I'm
And
not
and,
worried
and from
about
my
I'm
from my
not worried
standpoint,
about
I
that.
could care less.
Yeah,
But I
I
was
could
just
care less about that.
I was just I was
Listen,
just fascinated on the
this
reactions, right? As
there's
soon as
one there's
somebody
one
told me that we were on Bleacher Report or we're on mainstream media outlets, at that point I'm like, all right, I probably should see what
listen,
folks are really saying about this
there's
shit.
there's one thing about Rashad, and this remains true everybody that knows me, bro. I could care less about what y'all think about me, bro. I could care less. I could care if I listened to everybody, I wouldn't be where I am right now. You know what I mean? Even outside of this pod, just personal life. If I listen to folks and took what y'all say with a grain of salt, bro, I don't listen to nobody. There's certain people that I listen to that make that impart wisdom, and I listen to them. But I don't care what people think, bro. I'm not listen. I grew up in the '80s, bro. I'm an '80s baby. I didn't grow up in this social media
Nope.
world where y'all little tweets. I don't care about that, bro. I'm a real dude, bro. And y'all know the people that know me know I'm real. I could care less. All the little tweet, the subtweeting and all that, bro. I don't care about all that. I don't care about that, bro. I'm real. I'm outside. I'm in the streets, bro. I'm out. I'm here. I'm here. You can find me at the bank every Sunday. So if you got a problem with me, you can come say it to my face. And that has yet to happen my whole career doing this pod. Ain't nobody willing to pull up. And I'm like that for real. In the words of Dante Jackson,
I'm like that for free.
I don't play because it's a lot of tough talk out there. I don't play like that. I'm a real dude. If you got a problem, I'm a man enough to we could talk it out face to face. Let's talk. Everything can be handled with a conversation. I'm approachable. I'm a reasonable, level-headed dude. You know what I mean? So I don't care about the tweets. I could care less about the public because there was a lot of support too, Dave. And
there
you know,
were, there were, there
it's a,
were, there was a
it's a,
lot of, there was a lot of support. But you see, the thing is, man, with social media, man, you got to decide whether or not you're listening to bots or not, right? And typically, a lot of the criticism comes from the bots. So you gotta make the call of like if these folks are actually human beings or these folks are just trolls just to be trolls. And it's folks be bored, and I get it. There was a lot of support for it. But we can always have that separate conversation about, all right, what is it gonna do? Do we care what it does? Right? There's always levels from that aspect. But I will say this: I stand by what I said. That report doesn't come out if this didn't gain the traction that it did. It doesn't.
yeah.
It doesn't.
All right,
So
let me
even
hit. Go ahead,
we
Dave.
got to hit these super chats though. I know we got
Yeah,
4 to
I
hit.
got it. I got it. Yeah, it's 4 here. Mango Code, man, my guy Preston. Honestly,
Shout
it's
out
the
to
right thing to
Preston.
do, bro. Thinking long term, y'all good, man. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Jordan says much love for PNP. The fact that people are talking about it through multiple outlets is huge. Y'all got your point across without taking any risks, and that's
That's a good way to look
basically
at it.
that sums it up. That basically sums
Yep.
it up. ICP says not giving dudes light, but y'all got serious haters within Panther Nation. It's crazy because y'all good dudes. Keep the positive vibes and keep pounding. It's all good, bro.
No,
I
it
ain't
is what
tripping
it
off
is,
the haters,
man.
bro.
No.
Listen. It comes with the when you the biggest and you do good work. It comes with it. So I ain't worried about that. Not worried about the haters. Railroad man says the loudest screens come from cheapest seats.
That's a
True,
fact.
true. A Cash says, man, Shy, these haters too scared to square up face to face. Yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to.
We ain't trying
It
to
is what it
scrap.
is,
I
bro.
mean, it is what it is,
It
man.
is y'all
Like
do. It's just a lot of talk, man. Dudes just be talking,
every
bro.
it's just toss with no substance. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do nowadays. I mean, that's part of the world that we live in, unfortunately. So those are the breaks when it comes to that. But um it's interesting how folks feel about it. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, and I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I think everybody in this chat has an idea what the issue is. And I
Yeah, we
also
know.
Yeah, yeah. And I think there's a lot of things that have to happen before we're gonna get some type of turnaround with regards to this. And like Rashad said, it ain't got nothing to do with the plays.
Yeah, nothing to do with the players, bro.
Got
I
nothing to do
want
with the
that to be
plays.
clear. Let me reiterate that again because there's some stupid people that don't listen. This was not an indictment on the players, bro. They going out there doing their jobs, they playing, they battling, they doing the best they could do, bro. But the thing is, over the past 5, 6 years, however Tepper has owned this franchise, it's been nothing but failure, bro. The decisions that he has made, and he needs to get better people around him. Something needs to change, bro.
I,
It needs to happen.
I, bruh, what's the point of better people if you don't let them do their job?
And that's a part of it too. You have to listen to those people once you get them. So you're right. You're right. And listen, let's not pretend like we know the inner workings, because we don't.
We
We
don't.
don't know who he's listening to and who he's not listening. So I don't want to say that without, you know what I mean, got to be a little responsible here. But for sure. And listen, let me because I see Noli keeps saying this. Please reschedule March on Mint. Listen, yes, if we're gonna do it, it has to be done right. I have to contact the appropriate people. We got to get security. We got to make sure the police are involved. It's got to be done the right way, because I'm not assuming no liability, bro. I cannot. Listen. I love y'all, but again, ain't enough super chats in the world, bro. And I get y'all want to do it. I get it. And we frustrated, but we're gonna do it the right way. If when we do it, when we do it, when it's necessary, it's gonna be done the right way. It will be planned. The problem was that we didn't plan it. It was last minute. We were just gonna pull up, and we didn't have the proper protocols established on what was gonna happen. We didn't have the security there. It needs to be done the right way, right? Again, liability is a big thing. I'm a business owner, and I just didn't think about it. When you listen, there's a lot at play here. You got to think about what we represent. It's family, right? We got jobs, right? We got fraternities that we represent. We got alma maters that we represent. All of that would have been plastered all over the news if something happened. If one person, all it took was one person would have went rogue, I would have been all over it would have been me at the top. You know what I mean? It would have been me at the top. I would have been responsible for everything. Don't matter who did it. It's who planned it. It would have been me. So that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. And listen, the justice is a great point. Great point. We're gonna come up, and this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. We need to come up with other ways to apply pressure. This is the one. Let me not say that. Let me not say what I was gonna say. That's not the right thing I should have said. But this is a little jab. This is a little jab. You know what I mean? This is a little jab. We got a lot of this podcast has a lot of, and we know that. Listen, we know that. We know that. We got a lot of influence. We know that. This is a little jab, bro. A little jab. You know what I mean? So we gotta be careful. And whether it's not renewing PSLs, whether it's not wearing stuff, not buying stuff, that's the route we're gonna have to go.
Well,
We're
the
gonna have
thing
to go
that's
that way.
fascinating to me about folks talking about like not going to the games, define not going to the games, right? So if you don't go to the games, are you still selling your tickets? Because if you're still selling
Yeah,
your tickets, that ain't a protest, guys. That ain't like that's not if you truly want to damage his pockets, you gotta not buy PSLs.
yeah,
And if you do buy PSLs, you don't show up. But in the grand scheme of things, you don't buy PSLs, you don't buy tickets to the games, you don't sell the tickets you got to other fan bases. Like I don't think because we know for a fact that that come next Sunday, it's gonna be Cowboys plastered everywhere. There's gonna be nothing but Cowboys fans in that stadium on Sunday.
yeah,
It's gonna be a home game for Dallas on Sunday. But it would have been a home game for Dallas if we were good on Sunday, is my point. So there's a culture shift that has to happen, not just within the organization, but also how some portions of our fan base operate. And I'm not saying everybody, but I know for a fact, even when we were good, certain teams filled our stadium. That's just the facts of life because what people do, they take their PSL. A lot, some folks. I'm not gonna like once again, not everybody. Some folks have their PSLs. They don't want to give them up, and for some who's been PSL owners forever, they just sell their tickets, even if they're done with the team. They just sell their tickets to other fan bases.
well, some people use PSLs as an investment. You
Some use
can't
it
get
as an
on that.
investment.
Yeah,
So there's a lot more to it than just saying, oh, just don't come to the games. Because of some folks have spent thousands of dollars in their PSLs. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like in it. And right now, I don't think they're getting their investment paid, so they just selling their tickets. We got a super chat. Shout out to Murph for the super chat. Y'all some real ones. Like anything in life, if you get a brand project, you want change or free funds. Simple. Yep. And the thing about sports is that it doesn't matter if the team's good or bad. You're not gonna you don't. There's no refund when the team's bad because you're committed to being that fan. All right, shout out to Noli for the super chat. 100% agree. We can do it the right way next time and land a right hook instead of a jab. Let's plan accordingly and make even a bigger statement. No,
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Tepper heard the message or not. I mean, we know the
I'm
media outlets heard the
I'm
message.
sure. I'm sure it got to him, bro. I'm sure it got to him. I think he reads all this stuff. And listen, I'm sure even when they next time the media gets a chance to talk to him, I'm sure it'll come up, bro. I'm sure it'll come up. Yeah, I mean, and it's all good, man. I'm not worried about the haters, bro. So I
Nope.
see the haters in the chat, bro. It's cool. It's cool, man. I live for that, bro. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's cool. It's all good. I ain't worried about that.
Bobby Digital with the super chat. Not buy tickets and most of his cash is concession food, beer. Yep, pretty much. I just went to a game. I know how much they be charging these streets. How was that drink we paid? It was like, was it
It was a
$20 a
lot.
drink? 25 a
It
drink?
was more than that. It's
It's like
more than that.
30 $30 for a double.
A
Shout
double,
out to the
yeah, double.
bartender though. Shout out to the bartender though. It was her birthday
Yeah,
when she gave us. She
yeah.
hooked us
Shout
up.
out to her, man. Shout out to her.
Yeah. I'm wearing a brown bag on Sunday. So you're going to the game in a brown bag. Appreciate the super chat though.
Yeah,
All right. So now it'll be interesting, man. And shout out to I'm still amazed about how much traction this got.
yeah. It's
But I guess
big. It got big. It got way bigger than I anticipated. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It got way bigger, and we got to plan right. We got to do it the right way. And again, I'm not worried about what anybody says. It's cool. I'll take the short term, little knock for it. It's all good.
yeah.
It's me. It's all good, bro. And again, I apologize to everybody that was planning to go out there. And I think, but again, at the end of the day, I think the message was heard. It's cool. That's funny. A Cash says, appreciate the super chat again. Says you should schedule the march on the day when Tepper has one of his concerts. That'll get attention. Yeah, man. That's funny.
There's one act that I won't do it on Beyonce's
Yeah.
concert. Not doing that.
No,
Not doing that.
definitely
Not
not.
doing that.
Definitely not.
Nope. Not
B
doing
Amos
that.
says, F the haters, P and P game. Man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate
Listen,
it,
y'all
man.
know, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. And listen, like I said, I apologize for canceling last minute. I think we just gotta do a better job at planning and make sure the proper protocols are in place. And again, it was one of the biggest reasons is because that kids event was there. If something happened, bro, it would have been all on me, fam. It's all good. It's all good.
But I mean,
So it's all good.
on another note, I appreciate y'all. I hope you guys appreciate all the content we gave y'all for all these Panthers creators because they, yo, they took advantage of it.
Yeah. It's all good,
And I
bro.
don't blame them. I mean, I would do the same thing if one of them did in March. I mean, I'll
Do
talk about
do
it for a couple
you.
minutes, give and take.
Do you.
I don't blame
It's
them,
all good.
but it's all love. But either way, um, I'm looking through these chats. Oh, listen. I'm looking through these chats, but it'll be. I just friendly reminder how things work around here. That's all.
Facts.
It's just a friendly
Facts.
reminder how things work around here. But we got 325 people watching. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't done so already.
Hey, enough said right here, bro.
Yep, pretty much.
Enough said, bro. We ain't done nothing to nobody, fam. All we do is get on here and go live every Tuesday, bro. That's it. Yeah, I mean, so it's all good. And again, I appreciate everybody that was gonna come out though, because y'all, again, it wasn't y'all I was worried about. It was other folks that were not in. It's just the fear of the unknown that when folks get out there, and all it takes is one person, bro. Yeah, all it takes is one person, fam. So it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So any other questions or comments y'all want me to address?
Any
Go
other
ahead, Dave.
questions or comments? This is your opportunity to get them out. You notice how we didn't go to a media outlet to do this? We just said we're gonna do
Yeah,
our own
we
thing.
we
Yeah,
can
like
we don't. Yeah,
we're
it's
not.
no.
That ain't what we're here
It's
for.
people
There's
talking about clout,
there's
bro.
only probably a couple reporters I'm willing to talk to about it anyway, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure Rashad
it,
feels the same way.
yeah. It's people talking about clout, bro. We had all kind of news people reach out to us about it, and we was
A
like,
lot.
nah, we talking to one person. We talked to Vashti from Carolina Blitz. That was it. That's the only person we talked to. So that's it. Yeah, I mean, so it's all good. It's all good. Keyboard beef. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy, right? Keyboard beef. I grew
Look,
up in the
man.
'80s, bro. I ain't
I
got time for
look,
that.
bruh, I deal with Panthers Twitter, HBCU Twitter, video game Twitter. It's look, it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. I've had some
Yeah.
interesting questions. I've had some interesting questions since we canceled last night, though. I will say.
So
If
what?
y'all ain't, if y'all ain't got if y'all ain't got no questions, I got some. I'll ask you, Rashad.
What's up?
Did anybody from the organization call you?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's a
little
good question.
no.
Nobody in the organization contacted us, and we have contacts within the or at least one contact within the organization, and that person did not reach out to us. Um, so maybe I don't know. I was kind of surprised that didn't happen, to be honest with you, but it's
Yeah,
all good.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
Heavy, shout out to Jordan Eaton. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You're the biggest Panthers content creators. You're doing the right thing, and the true fans still love y'all. We appreciate that. And
facts.
I and I
That's a
and I
fact.
and I will tell y'all this, man. When we were just like having like a couple viewers, when it was like 2 or 3 viewers, I mean those are the guys I ride for. I ride for
Yeah,
them. Like you know what I'm saying? I think, and it's funny because I was having a different topic on Twitter about because Howard beat the brakes off of North Carolina Central yesterday. So now Howard got the driver's seat to go to the Celebration Bowl. And the first thing I said was, Howard and Florida A&M is for the casuals. That's the Hollywood Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Be slept all up. And I like the casuals. The casuals are cool, but I prefer the base. I prefer my base. I want to make if as long as we make the base happy, I'm cool. You know, that's where the adjustments come from. It doesn't come from the casuals.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. It doesn't come from the
And listen,
casuals.
hey, and listen, if you've been here since day one, you know me and Dave been the same. Well, we've been the same dudes.
Pretty
Our
much.
energy has been the same, bro. We ain't never changed. We ain't never changed. You know what I mean? So it's all good. We just gonna do it when it's done, it's gonna be done the right way. That's it. That's all. That's all. It's got to be done the right way. That's all. It was a question. Did Steve reach out to us? No.
No,
No, Steve did not reach out. No players reached out to us either.
no players reached out to us. Nobody within the Panther organization reached out to us.
Although I do know it did get to some players. I do know that.
Mm,
I do know the message got to some players. I just don't. I don't know who. I don't know which ones. But I do know that it got to some players.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My question
So
for the
again,
P- I'm, I'm, I'm
okay.
I'm gonna look through these questions. Um, Questions for the PNP crew would be: why would Tepper announce that he's fed up with the offense and not state that he's been wrong about his ideas? Because nobody's gonna listen, man. Let me see how I want to word this. You ever had a manager? You ever had a manager that could do no wrong, but would have no problem saying what they feel about everything because they think what they did is the right thing to do? They can do no wrong. I know all of y'all had one of those. That's what this is. I mean, some some leaders, they have that time of reflection and they decide, this is what we're gonna do. I gotta take ownership on X. I gotta take ownership on Y. And I think eventually Tepper might get to that point. But right now we just haven't seen it. And like I said during PNP last week, you pay attention to how he's operating everything. I've been paying attention about how the soccer situation has been getting operated. I mean, the dude's about to go on his third coach in 3 years. You just gotta, and there's one thing about trying to right the ship quickly, and there's another thing about having some level of patience and see some things through. So I I'm not shocked that the criticism's coming out that way. If it was Tepper who felt that way, because we don't know for a fact if it was Tepper that announced it. It just said people high up in the organization. That could have been anybody. So we're not even 100% accurate with regards to that. So I think we should always remember that you're gonna get criticism for certain things, and sometimes it might be the way how you manage things yourself. Whoever said it. Let's see. Um,
This
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
is funny. What does Ja Rule think about this?
Oh,
That's
I know
funny.
exactly what Ja Rule thinks, man. He's trying to do
That's
what's the
funny.
name of that festival he did? Fire Festival 3. He trying to get Fire Festival 3 off the ground right now.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, yo,
Real quick, he says, I'm 54 years old. Never apologize for doing the right thing. It's sad. All the content creators should have come together with you guys. But I always listen to you guys. Always. Much love from Green. Hey, shout out to Greensboro. Aggie
shout out to the
Pride too.
borough.
Aggie
Aggie
Pride.
Pride. Let me tell you something, man. I'm indifferent about who would have had our back about the march or not, right? If you were gonna come out, cool, appreciate it. If you're not, that's your call.
Yeah.
Like
All the
it's
people, all the people upset weren't gonna be there. All the people talking all that junk, y'all wasn't gonna be there anyway. Y'all not the ones that would have been there.
yeah. So like
Yeah, I
for
mean, so it's
me,
all good.
but for me, it's their prerogative. And like the thing is, I'll be honest, man. Like I don't even know who and what they're talking about or who felt the way. Like like I said, I saw tweets and that's pretty much it. I will say that I didn't have any conversations with content creators. I mean, I had, I'm in a content creators group and they pretty much talked about it for like 30 seconds. It was not even a full-fledged discussion point. They did ask if they were going, and they asked if who was going, and I pretty much said I ain't going because I ain't in town. And um and then I told them that it was canceled. And then that was it. That was in the conversation from my perspective. But I mean, but the thing that I always tell folks, and I'm gonna remind y'all again, it doesn't have to be one versus the other. You
Yeah.
can support everybody,
We all
and
yeah,
it's
we all got our
okay.
own space, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like, and it's
okay, bro.
fine, and it's cool. I'm not gonna have any issue with it. You can
Facts.
support everybody. You can support nobody. It's not. There's enough space for everybody.
Facts.
There's nothing wrong with that. So I don't know why folks want to try to create something that ain't there. Like I'm gonna keep it a
Exactly.
buck with y'all. Like
Facts.
I'm not even thinking about it. The last time, and I think I know who y'all talking about, but the last time y'all thought there was something going on, it was after a round table. And around that same time, we were locking up the interview with Steve to be on Steve Smith's show. Like we're not really thinking about those things, guys. Like we're
Not at
not.
all.
Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. There's room for everybody. I think everybody's doing some pretty dope stuff. So like there's room for everybody. The debate stuff that my man that 4-man rush does with C3, dope stuff. Like I like some of those type of things, and it's fine. Everybody's got space. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
But all right, anything else we need to address?
All right. Let me see. Let me look through these chats. The chatters. The chatters. Da, 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 da. Ja Rule think is funny.
That Ja
I
Rule joint's funny. What does Ja Rule think about this? That's funny.
Oh man,
That's
shout out
funny.
to the Cookie Monster, man, because that's who he
That's
is.
funny.
He will always be the Cookie Monster to me. I don't care what anybody says. He's always Cookie
That's
Monster.
funny. Yeah, I am going to the Cowboys game. I'll be out there with my man Preston. So I'll be out there. Yeah, it's that's going to be a frustrating game. I can't say that I'm going to stay the whole game, depending on how it's going.
Bruh.
Because listen, it's nothing more frustrating to go when it's a bunch of other teams.
I mean, it was rough when we played
It's
the
a lot of
Colts.
fans. Yeah, yeah. When it's a lot of fans. On the other from the other team, it's frustrating, bro. Because they start screaming, and then they start doing their little chants. It's all good. Yeah, so we did not announce White Chocolate Espresso. We did not announce a new date yet. Not yet. We got to plan. We got to have some more conversations. There got to be some more planning before we do it. Will I be in Panthers gear? Probably not.
No
Probably not.
Panthers
I don't
gear for
know.
you against
I might
Dallas?
I might rock one of my 7-4 shop shirts.
Okay.
I might rock one of my 7-4 shop shirts.
You watching any football today, man?
I don't know, man. I gotta finish putting up my Christmas stuff, man. And y'all think I'm worried about this guy? I think I'm worried about this. I'm about to go put up some Christmas lights, man. Y'all crazy?
No, I was just wondering. I don't think I'm gonna be watching too much football. I will say that. Ooh, look at this
Yeah,
one.
it's crazy right there.
Shout out to Mr. Strass for the super duper chat. You might get a Superman chat for that one. I appreciate all the Panthers podcast. All the fans are taking this season more seriously than the organization itself at this point. Hopefully, it inspires Tepper to make some changes to his leadership style. Here's to helping y'all keep holding this org accountable. And that's a
Hey, appreciate that.
da-da-da-da. That's a Superman chat.
Yo,
Shout
that's
out to
crazy.
Big.
Appreciate that.
Shout out to Big Low Country and bruh, Big Low, Big Low, Big Low.
I told y'all.
Big Low. I know who you've been starting that quarterback, buddy. Big Low. Big Low. I know who you've been starting. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Told you that boy was trash. Carry on. Carry on. Says you can't be. Nah, you can put up whatever you want.
Hey,
but
man,
you know,
my Christmas stuff going up, bruh.
This is weird for me, man, because I don't know when I'm gonna put my Christmas stuff up. If I'm gonna put any up at all, because I'm not gonna be here. Why? Like why? Why?
Shout out to Alan. Said I just become a PSL owner this year. I want my money back. Yeah, it be like that, bro.
You can sell your PSL, right? Do you just stop paying for it, or you can just sell it to somebody else?
Yeah, you can sell it or just stop paying. You have to renew it every year. So it's up to you. It wouldn't make sense to just stop because you could probably sell it and get some of your money back. But you can't sell it.
The march would be probably more effective if the Cowboys flood the stadium. But the thing that you're failing to realize is that the Cowboys are going to flood the stadium regardless.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
That's going to happen. Like there's a couple of teams that will flood that stadium regardless of what our record is. Dallas is one of them. Pittsburgh is one of them. There was a time when Washington was one of them too. But they've been so bad for so long, they've kind of eased up. But the thing is, and it's funny because I literally just used Dallas as an example about branding earlier this morning. Dallas, the reason why you guys hear about the Dallas Cowboys on national media all the damn time is because of their brand and who they are. It doesn't matter what their record is. Them boys ain't been to an NFC Championship game since 1995. I'm dead serious. Some of y'all weren't born the last time they've been to an NFC Championship game. But that's who they always talk about because it's about their brand.
It's true. It's true. That star is crazy.
The star's insane. I have started shopping, though. I will say that. I have started shopping. The Black Friday sales are already in full effect.
Same.
So like it's kind of wild that now they decided, you know what, Black Friday, Smack Friday, we're just gonna just let it all out now.
Yep.
But anyway.
But yeah, man.
I think the questions is eased up, so we can shut this thing down. I'm gonna go get some breakfast.
Quick, just final thoughts. Again, want to apologize for everybody that was planning to come out there. Want to apologize, to every all the people that was going to participate in that event today. We didn't want to distract. We don't want no distractions from the children's event, the Pee Wee event. Yeah, I mean, so again, like I said earlier, we got to make sure when we do this, we got to do it the right way. Okay, liability is a big thing. And if something would have went wrong, the liability would have been on me. And that's important. I mean, I got a reputation to uphold, personally, in business, in everything. So I got to make sure I do it the right way. And I appreciate my mans that called me last night to have a conversation because it was a good call. I mean, so when we do it, it'll be done the right way. It'll be done with the proper securities, proper protocols will be established, and we'll make sure we do it right. And again, if y'all rock with P&P, y'all get it. If not, you was a hater anyway. So kick rocks. With that said, we getting out of here. Like, subscribe, notification bell, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank you for y'all, everybody who understands it. We appreciate it. We out of here. We'll holler at y'all on Tuesday. All right. Peace.